Hey, everybody. We were just doing a little Sunday morning Lead Like a Pirate rereading.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jay Billy, proud principal in Lawrenceville, New Jersey, and this is
I'm Neely Bartley, and I am a middle school teacher and digital learning and innovation coach in Massachusetts.
so we're returning to our roots today, talking about leadership and how leading from all roles in education creates a strong culture in our schools. Both Neely and I had the opportunity to uh, write books for Lead Like a Pirate, the Lead Like a Pirate series, and we wanted to share a little bit over the next couple weeks about leadership in our schools and in our classrooms. So today we're going to talk about leading from where you are. Who cares what position you are in your school, whether you're a teacher, a student, a classroom assistant, you can be a leader. Leadership is not about the name. I'm going to share a couple quotes really quickly today. The real role of leadership in education is not and should not be command and control. The real role of leadership is climate control, creating a climate of possibility. And that's from Sir Ken Robinson, who's one of my favorites of all time. And the second quote is, leaders are fascinated by the future. You are a leader if and only if you are restless for change, impatient for progress, and deeply dissatisfied with the status quo. Because in your head, you can see a better future. The friction between what is and what could be burns you, stirs you up, propels you. This is leadership. And that's by Marcus Buckingham. Talking about leadership, you are a leader if you want to see change, if you want to see progress, if you want to see growth. And it's really important that as leaders in our schools and in our classrooms, we are pushing our passions forward. I know Neely has a lot to say about this, but I just want to share one more quote that can help. My crewmates do not share every single one of my passions, but they share the desire to be passionate in their work. If you're passionate about, that's by Neely Bartley. If you're passionate about your work, okay, you are a leader. So we're going to spend a lot of time talking about leadership over the next couple of weeks, and we hope you'll join us in this journey.
So, Jay, yeah, I have a few things to add to that. And I do want to give a quick shout out to Joe Sanfilippo because I have to get my hands on your new book, and it fits so beautifully within this theme. And also a shout out to Jay. Lead with Culture is phenomenal if you haven't read it yet. And so much of this work where we are empowering people and ourselves to lead from any role that we might be playing has a huge impact on culture, right? And same thing with Lead Like a Pirate. It's all about making the culture of our schools amazing. And so, this idea of creating change from any role is a big theme in the book that I wrote. And I really believe that, if we don't go out of our way to tap into the strengths, passions, and voices of every member of our school community, then we miss out, right? And we are constantly living sort of in this state of what could have been, and we won't know the real impact that people can make unless we like really dive into this theme. And we also risk a culture of like closed doors, right? Which we all know nobody wants and definitely won't make our schools better. And the other thing too, and Jay, I think you would agree with this, is especially now in this challenging time and so much is going on near and far, nobody should be leading alone, right? And that's not what leadership is. It's so much more powerful when we see it as a shared responsibility. So, like a few things that definitely helped me out, and I believe are thriving. I'm very lucky in the school where I am, as well as in the district. Is a question actually that I was inspired by. Oh gosh, I don't know how many years ago this was now, but on an iMOOC episode, Innovators Mindset MOOC, and it was with Angela Watson and John Spencer, and this idea of, what are we doing that our students could be doing? And I believe it was taken from the original quote by John in one of his blogs. What am I doing for students that they could be doing for themselves? And this whole concept kind of reminds me of like administrators, right? We need to be thinking about this for our staff members. And it really can start with you. What are we doing that our staff could be doing? Or what are we not doing yet that if we handed to staff, they might be rocking it, right? This whole concept of passing the mic, I really believe in. And if administrators take it upon themselves to model this, the potential is limitless because then you're modeling this passing the mic to us that we can then pass to our students. One of my favorite quotes is from Katie Martin: teachers create what they experience. And I think that it lends itself really well here. And it can be really simple, right? Like, one of the coolest things that my former principal did was start every staff meeting with a 5-minute share. And teachers could just share something. And there's nothing like educators learning from other educators. We do like a workshop model. You can do ed camp models, anything to get teachers leading and sharing their voices. And then probably the coolest thing that we're doing right now is, there's a lot of opportunity for co-led initiatives, whether they're school-wide, whether they're co-designing classes, leading PD together. It's really fascinating to see students and staff members and administrators leading things together. And if you haven't tried that yet, it's a total game changer.
Well, thanks, Neely. And so over the next couple of weeks, we'll be sharing more thoughts on leadership and creating a climate and culture of leadership in your buildings. I hope you'll join us in the chat next week. And then as we move forward in our discussions. Thank you.